Welcome to Decoding 40 After Dark.
Sent me something on my phone and it said that I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people. What would I hog-tie?
True indeed, R. Kelly. Why would you hog-tie?
He doesn't know how. How would he know how?
How would he know how to do it? I don't understand. Why would he hog-tie?
May he rot in cell forever.
Hog-tie. You're on mute.
He not out? I thought he was out.
No, I thought they were fighting to get him released because of the COVID situation. But as far as I
had the COVID.
No,
Up in
you're
the
trying not to get
lockup.
COVID.
I was locked up. They wanted COVID. I told them, let me go.
I ain't gonna front. If he does get out, that next album, it's gonna be
This nigga.
it's gonna be a lot of pain in it.
else. You are something else.
That next album is gonna be
Don't
Gonna be a lot of-
drop the soap.
featuring hits. Featuring hits.
Oh, why would you hog tie? Exactly,
Put
John
something
Paul. What's
on
going
commissary.
Yeah,
Commissary.
I think R. Kelly's done. But he'll probably drop another album and people will buy the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know that meme where my man is like,
he'll call that shit solitary. And he'll be in a jumpsuit and he'll have a dude braiding his hair.
what you want to
my
bet?
God.
What you want to bet if he drops that shit goes platinum? What you want to bet? Still goes
It
platinum.
probably would.
Still goes
I doubt
platinum.
it. I doubt it.
You got a lot of people out there who still love R. Kelly. Apparently.
Is he still in jail?
Yeah, he
I
is.
don't know.
Yeah, that's what we just asked you.
Oh, he's gonna do AJ nothing but a number 2.
Oh,
Y'all are terrible. Yo.
and a number 1 in your mouth.
oh.
Rick. Surprised at you, sir.
But
Wow.
wait a minute. The comedy stylings of Rick Campbell, everybody.
In your mouth. How you like me now? Wow.
Oh.
Jesus.
I liked AJ nothing but a number 2. I like that.
John Paul said, "Why would you hog tie?"
Yeah.
Especially if
That's
you're
it.
hog tie.
That's a very important question.
It's
Like,
a philosophical question, as a matter of fact. It's
Yeah.
why would
have you ever
hog tie?
asked yourself, why would you hog tie?
It's the ultimate question. Why would you hog tie?
I
What's
don't know how
up,
to hog
Nikimi?
tie.
What's up,
Happy
Nikimi?
happy birthday
Nikimi.
to Nikimi. Belated
Yeah,
birthday.
Happy belated
birthday,
birthday. Her
Nikimi.
birthday was yesterday.
Birthday. Yeah.
D, what up?
Hold on, what did he say?
I don't know how to hog tie people.
Why would I hog tie people? Yeah, that could be the fucking single. I don't know the hog tie.
Hog tie, hog tie. Hog tie.
The R don't hog tie nobody. The aura. Yeah.
Z, what up, man? We got to get out. I'm back in these streets. I gotta, we gotta catch up.
He's vaccinated.
What up,
He's
Z?
ready to play.
Yeah.
It's a vaccinated summer.
It
It's
is
a vaccine
Vaccinated
summer.
summer. Yeah.
It's a vaccine summer.
Is he back
You know,
open
you gotta get your
100%?
vaccine.
No, they're doing something else,
Oh, okay.
which sounds very exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. Crazy out there.
Oh, Z owns the bar that we went to for your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was there a cigar place right next door to him?
There was, I don't know. Z, was there a cigar bar on that block or around the corner? I can't. I'm looking at the block in my mind. I don't see
think
any.
so. There might be one in the area. Isn't it? What you talking about?
I think I had that in my mind.
He said,
Saying
"Shh,
could come-
coming soon."
Okay.
All right.
Hey, we'll
know.
come through.
I talked to
The ventilation
E.
got to be right.
I talked to E. I'm excited for you guys.
The ventilation is good. I'll be there. Shit. Some bars you be choking by the time you leave that motherfucker.
I went to when I was in LA. I went to this bar called 7 Grand in downtown LA.
Mm.
I met up with one of our friends from For the Hard Way, the podcast.
How did that come about?
How did what come about? The meetup?
He wants you to forget that it happened already. What? No. How did? What? Yes, the meetup.
Yeah,
because I had the same question.
I just because I knew she was in LA, so I hit her up and I was like, I'm gonna be in LA.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I thought you kind of bumped into her and it was just she.
No. I hit her up probably like a day after I got there, or maybe the day before I got there. And I was like, I'm gonna be here. And then she said she lived close to downtown LA, so I was like, all right, well, let's meet at this whiskey bar. It was right around the corner from where I was staying, so we linked up, had some drinks, and they have a cigar. It's sort of like a speakeasy, right? So it's upstairs, and they have like a patio section where you can smoke cigars, and it's all whiskeys, like everything from Scotch whiskey to Irish whiskey to American
we gotta go.
whiskeys, bourbons, ryes. Yeah, this place was dope. It was dope. And there's another secret bar in the back, which I didn't go into because I was on the patio smoking cigars.
Nice.
So that was cool.
See, money, what's good? That reminds me of a spot I went to in London. It had all these like different little separate areas that you could go to, and it was all in this one building. But it was dope. It had nice. It was sort of like something out of the 1920s, maybe. It was someone who was calling me nigger in the corner too, so I don't know what was happening.
What?
Oh, that's different.
No, I'm just joking.
Because I was gonna suggest you have a belt.
Listen,
Let him have it.
I wouldn't doubt it because some of your stories are so Seinfeld-esque. That's like some shit that would happen to you. You know what I'm saying?
No, the weirdest thing that happened there, my card wouldn't work, or I couldn't transfer money to someone like from Cash App or Venmo for some reason. It was like it wasn't working while we were in Europe. But she was cool. I wound up giving her cash, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it was really no crazy stories in London. London was really cool. I like it. I wish I had taken some time to live there when I was younger.
How do you guys feel about traveling with your kids? I mean, pandemic aside.
Make sure their devices are charged, and you're great.
Pretty much.
So,
yeah, as long as they have access.
I've only traveled with Amara so far. We've gone to Florida, we've gone to London with her, and she was pretty good. But we're about to do the 2-kid travel
road trip.
And we're gonna do it in August. We're gonna go to Antigua. And
not road trip. That's the flight.
That sounds like it's a road trip.
Yeah. Like, I thought you meant you were getting in the car for a couple hours.
When you say hit the road, to me it's
I'm driving straight.
Well,
what these kids?
Yeah, we're gonna get on a flight with these kids. Like I flew today. I flew from Los Angeles to Dallas to Mississippi, and I saw this couple who had 2 young kids and a lot of baggage, and they were French. So there was some arguing going back and forth between the parents.
I told you
they were just stressed out. Like there's too much going on. This one's running around, and then there's a bag, and then you have to put it in the overhead.
You got to travel light, man. When you're going on vacations, especially if you're going on like a week vacation.
It's hard with babies, though.
Yeah,
and I'm saying babies like any kid under 5, like
they need a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of change of clothes, just a lot of clothes, and when me and my wife went on vacation, when my youngest was under 5 years old, we just gave her a Bowie knife, told her to hunt. Cut a couple throats. She got what she needed, No, but it's it's a challenge. I know that when me and my wife wanted to have some privacy, we would get a babysitter.
for her when she was real young.
At the
Now,
location you were traveling to?
No. I would leave
Oh.
her with, when my mother was alive, at the time,
Got it.
her mother or something, so we had that option. So sometimes we would go away, because if you want to go away with your wife, going with a 3 or 4-year-old is not going to be fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So but now that she's a teenager, like you said, as long as the devices are charged and she has Wi-Fi or, access to her phone, she's good.
Right.
And then you have whatever's around, to do, like the swimming or whatever,
2 makes it way more difficult, because
absolutely
we can't take 2 to my wife's mother's house and just drop 2 off for a week. Nah. We come back and they're going to rule the house. Like that, it's gonna be their house. Grandma's gonna be tied up in the bedroom.
Why would I hog top, Daddy? Why would I hog tie?
I don't know how to hog tie.
I don't know how to hog tie.
Well, apparently you do.
Yes.
And we can't drop off 2. We can't drop off 2 at my mom's house. See, like our parents are in their 70s. Like, with 2 toddlers, it's
too much.
You can't do it. We're gonna have to split them up. Like, one's gonna go to Queens, one's gonna stay in Brooklyn, and that's how it's gonna be.
Divide and conquer.
That's it.
Success.
Nikemi, you said 4?
Yeah, they have 4
kids.
kids.
Fuck. 4?
Wow. Nobody's taking 4 kids.
Right.
No. They go everywhere.
I believe they do.
They
That's
have
sweet.
a set of twins and a. How old is he?
God.
He's got to be around 12, turning 13, and 9, turning 10, I think.
Okay.
Those 13. You the babysitter. 13. You the babysitter.
Make sure they don't kill each other.
Yeah. I was going to say.
How old are the twins?
I think they turned 5 this summer.
Wow.
I could be all wrong with dates. Don't get ages. I'm horrible with.
Yeah. They're 35 years old already. He's like, yeah, I think they're 5.
They were just born.
So here's the question. Here's the question I posed.
12, 9, 4. Okay, I got it right.
Okay.
Here's the question I posed to my wife. That's why I asked you guys about traveling with your kids. We're both working from home. We have not been we like to travel, and we haven't been anywhere in a long time. Because she was pregnant, and also because of COVID, of course. And there's just so much going on. So we are now both in a position where we work from home and we can work from anywhere. So what I suggested to her is, like, why don't we figure out how to do it? And like a month after you go to work, let's go somewhere and let's just stay there for like 3 months. Like, let's just go live someplace else. Why not? We're both working from home. We're both working remotely. I said, you picked a place. Let's just go somewhere. I didn't care where it was, as long as it's not too cold or whatever. So she's like, no, absolutely not. I need to be near home, whatever. And I was just like, there is, in my opinion, there's never going to be another time like this. There's never going to be an opportunity where all of this is so easy to do, so socially accepted. Everybody's on board and everybody's doing it. I do think we're going to keep working virtually, but I thought this was a cool time for us to. And I don't care if it's like California, Canada.
Are you going to get a nanny and take them with you?
I was willing to do that, or when we go there, find a nanny. But she doesn't. That's the whole thing. She's worried about the child care at my daughter's so young and all that kind of stuff. So, I can't fault her for that. I dig where she's coming from, but I think that this would be a dope opportunity to go live somewhere else. I just thought it'd be dope.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely do that.
You know what I mean? So,
matter of fact, I'm trying to figure out how to do that. That's why I want to move upstate for the summer.
That's dope.
So you can go hiking and shit.
I just need some. I just need some nature around.
Quiet. Yeah.
And nobody else around me. No neighbors above me or below me, next to me.
You need a break.
I was like, I don't. The whole conversation thing. I don't want to do it right now. I don't want to have a conversation with anybody. I'm living in my house, and that's the best part about being in the country somewhere where the neighbor is so far from you.
Right.
No, there's no noise.
Like, it's intentional. Like, if you come into my house, you are planning to come to my house. You have a reason. It's not like you just happen to be right. Like, my neighbor right now could literally reach out her door and knock on my door. Like, that is too close.
Yeah. You're gonna make a left. You're gonna be like, you're gonna make a left
definitely.
at the rock. And then make it right at the pines. And
Right.
shit.
You got to put. I want to be where you got to put balloons up as
Yeah.
landmarkers for people.
Mhm.
Wait,
Yeah,
John,
that's
John
beautiful.
Paul, I just want to. It was the Fridge Bar in Brixton. The Fridge Bar. I'm trying to go through and read these comments.
So what are you guys expecting for Father's Day? Do you expect? This is my first Father's Day, so
Peace
tell
and
me
quiet.
what do you want and what do you expect for Father's Day?
To close the door and nobody come in.
Oh, I love that one.
Father's Day, I don't know, just if I'm requesting it, my favorite foods, and just be able to like relax but I mean I have to work on Father's Day, so
I was about to say, look at me passing up those alley oops, but it just didn't work out.
I was thinking I was hoping that we were going to be able to get together and
On Father's Day?
Yeah, like I don't want to be home. I want to be home. I want to be somewhere else relaxing because I know if I'm home, eventually.
Yeah, I hear you.
Eventually, I guess because like for Mother's Day, my wife pretty much stayed in the room and just sort of chilled, and I brought her breakfast, brought her lunch. I think she came down for dinner, and she didn't really have to do anything with the kids. I took care of them the whole day, whatever. But I know,
Yeah, I was like Guy Fieri in here on Mother's Day. I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks. God damn.
I flew in the finest grapes from France.
I need a sous chef.
Oh man. Yeah, I just, when I get home, nice meal or you know what I mean. My daughter keeps asking me, Dad, what you want? What do you want? And I was like, you know what? Give me some new slippers. Some nice new slippers with the nice memory foam.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Cool.
We have to demand more, and this is where it starts right now.
I asked for something very expensive.
Yeah, she's 13. She doesn't got, she doesn't got bank.
Whatever.
She doesn't got money.
Somebody. I need to
rob somebody. Get a credit card.
This is for my father. Take that.
Oh man,
punk on the way down.
I asked for a chair.
You asked for a chair?
Yes, I asked for a new office chair. That's what I want. I need a good one.
What kind?
Our union sucks, gentlemen.
It does.
Yeah.
Or you could just go to Home Depot and get yourself some saws. Those are the commercials you see. Burn, 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 burn. Like I don't want to go to fucking Home Depot. I don't want a tool. I don't want.
I'll get a pickup truck.
Yeah, we'll get a Ford F-150. You're right. You can just drive long ways and eat beef jerky and talk farther things and wear plaid. I don't want to fucking do that.
Go to Sears.
Go to Sears and get yourself a power shovel, anything with power in it. Fucking power saw, power tool,
power knife. I could do a spa day. I actually got my pedicure that I've been dying for a couple of weeks ago. Like, Jesus Christ.
Badly need of a manicure.
No. Lady, I actually forgot how nice a pedicure is. I used to get them like every 2 weeks, and now, this panoramic.
Panoramic.
And it was like 15 months since my last one.
Oh, Jesus. Clear all my appointment in the evening. Yo, here a foot. This you call this a foot? This a hoof. Mr. Leon, you got a hoof for a foot. When the last time you scrub your foot, it looked dead skin everywhere.
Everywhere.
Pull out the fish. They got the little fish that eat the fucking dead skin.
Right.
Yeah, that motherfucker full.
Fish be all fat. But I used to go to the spot around my job for lunch. Just spend 90 minutes there.
Wow.
I could use a massage, I'll tell you that.
A spa day is a good call.
Yeah. That's a nice thing, man.
Yeah, maybe I need to ask for that.
A little spa day.
A spa day. Yeah.
Talk to your union rep. See what you can do. Talk to your
Groupon.
union rep.
Go to Groupon. Go to Groupon.
No, I'm not arranging that shit.
Yeah.
Like you arrange it.
Right. See, listen.
I don't know where you're gonna send me, but it better be nice.
Right.
But
And
here's what I
clean.
want.
Yeah.
You guys know
Yeah.
Mother's Day is the second most popular holiday, and like Father's Day is like 16.
Yeah, I'll believe it. I said
It's,
that's why I said
it's behind
our
Arbor
union,
Day. It's behind
our
Arbor
union
Day.
has some structural issues that we need to address.
Yeah, listen.
Think we need to take some funding away from the Mother's Day committee? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's not going to happen. We need to figure out
We
where
need to add more.
They are way over budget. They've got
Right.
billions and billions and billions in advertising.
They're fully
budget.
funded. They're fully funded.
They are lush.
Fully funded.
Are you kidding me? When Mother's Day comes around, the commercials,
Mother's
my
Day
G,
is-
come on.
Woo.
They got $1 million commercials in Mother's Day.
You
Okay?
can't
Super
walk the
Bowl
street
shit.
getting flowers and this and
Super
that.
Bowl shit. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's the Super Bowl of holidays.
It is.
But behind Christmas.
Behind Christmas. It's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Jesus
I would love
Christ.
to know what the late. I guess they don't want to say. Maybe this is going to be a surprise. But how do you treat your man for Father's Day, if he's a dad?
Oh, you asking the women in the chat?
Yeah, the woman in the chat.
Give him the big piece of chicken. Leave him alone.
Oh, for sure. Actually, my
Seasoned.
favorite. I don't know. I may ask for a Philly steak. I wish
Wow.
it would be great if my wife just drove down to Philly and got me a Philly steak. That would be amazing.
Wow. Now you're asking a lot.
See,
You
this is
probably
what I'm
get-
saying. You cannot be a union rep. We have got to go big. Go big or go home, sir.
I agree. That's a nice Father's
But
Day.
don't,
Because
don't they have like services? They actually have services where they fucking literally drive the shit from Philly. Like
Yeah.
you can order the shit online.
Yeah.
And they
She
bring it
likes
from-
to drive. She likes to drive. So I doubt if she would do it. If I had asked for that maybe a couple of weeks ago, she might have planned it out.
Kimmy
But,
cooks his favorite meal and we get him gifts. Okay, that's your typical Father's Day. It should be. You get what you want to
Speaking of
eat.
which, where is my favorite troll?
Is it the same meal? That's all
Every
I want.
year.
I listen. My wife will tell you I like greens, I like yams, I like macaroni and cheese, and I like either steak or some sort of fried something. Fried fish, like I like a nice fried fish with that
Oh,
hot
pretty
sauce
quiet.
and all that shit.
Yeah.
I love that shit. And after that, I gotta go sleep because the fucking salt be having my pressure go through the roof.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a road tripper. She said your wife said she road trip.
Wow.
Oh, they'd be back on Monday. What the blood clot?
Road trip to Atlantic City.
What the
Wow.
blood?
We ain't getting no cheesesteaks.
Right on Monday. Well, that
Here you
means
go.
Father's Day is extended for the whole week if you do that.
Look, here you go. That shit is all soaking through the bun.
I know, and cold.
Cold. Fucking half-eaten
half-eaten.
fries. Half-eaten fries and shit. Couple bites
She's
out
got-
that motherfucker.
She's got a little green on it.
Yeah. Oh my God, man.
I thought this was for me. This is for us.
I just took a couple bites. That's all. Why you being so greedy? God damn, it's not like I didn't go down there and get it for you. Yeah.
Oh, Kimmy
man.
invited you guys to the fish fries. Yo, her fish is amazing.
She has fish
Yeah.
fries?
Oh.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
I
wow.
ain't even going front. I ain't even
What
going
kind of
front.
fish was she frying? Was she
What's she
frying? Was she frying?
I want to say it's like what was the last time?
Porgies or-
Yeah, like porgies, I think.
Wow. That's
World's
good.
open. I'm coming.
Yo. There's nothing better than a hot fried, really hard fish sandwich on some whole wheat and some hot sauce and ketchup on that motherfucker.
With some
Like
onions
some-
and pickles, hot sauce, mustard. Man, listen.
Yo, I would
Wait,
I would
you said
have I would
mustard?
love
You don't like mustard on fish? Oh,
the day of the hold up. The day of the Geechee's over, boy. That's some That's some
That
southern
was-
shit right there.
It was sounding
That is some
delicious, and you
Southern.
just went left with the mustard. I was
Yeah, I was like,
I don't put
mustard.
ketchup on the
Yeah.
fish. I don't put ketchup on the fish. But
Like when we were talking about hot dogs, I lost my way. Like,
are you serious?
No,
Yeah,
that's
what are
y'all
we
need to
talking
spend some
about?
time. Y'all need to spend some time in the South.
He's
Remember, I
South.
lived down there for I lived down there what about 12 years.
SOUF, South.
South.
cod, haddock, whiting. I'm in there,
Yes.
Kimmy.
I
Yeah, I
like
was trying to
the
think
whiting.
catfish. I couldn't remember if you did catfish or not.
Yeah.
Whiting,
I don't-
right?
I
That's
don't
what I
eat
meant to say.
catfish.
I've never been one for catfish. I do like the whiting, the cod, and the haddock are good. There's like the spot we went to that time, L, after we went on that hike, this fish spot over there.
Yeah, I like that food. I was
they
too
make
tired to eat. My jaws was
Yeah.
like, I can't even chew this food. I'm so tired. But that later that night, I really enjoyed
it's-
it.
They make a good fish sandwich. But yeah, of course, a fried fish sandwich. So what do we got for the sides? What are we doing for sides?
Wait, do y'all still eat catfish?
Occasionally,
I've never been-
eaten
I've had it
catfish in
before.
a long time, but
It's not. I like catfish, but it's not good for you.
no, it's
No.
not. But it depends on who's cooking it.
Mhm.
Because my wife is always surprised when I choose not to eat catfish. Because when we first met, I used to throw down on some catfish, but as the years have gone on, you get older, and it's like, nah, this is not it.
Well, it's that, but it's also the diet of the catfish. It's not.
Oh yeah,
good.
exactly.
The diet is, they're the cleanup. They're the cleanup crew of the sea.
Right. They're the
Yeah.
So,
they're the,
scavengers.
the DOT.
yeah,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah, well, yeah, I like salmon. I like snapper.
Not DOT. What did I meant to say?
Department of
You say Department of
Sanitation.
Sanitation.
But
DOT.
maybe they direct traffic too. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Department of Transport doesn't. I don't.
Everybody,
know
do you notice
do.
everybody let it go? Everybody,
But I was,
everybody.
because I was trying to be like, where was it? What the fuck?
DOT.
Okay.
No, I knew it. I knew what he
Faces
meant.
Like, I don't think I said the right thing.
Okay.
I knew what he meant, but I was like, let it go.
Oh shit.
Department of
He's like, wait.
Trans Sanitation.
Right. That's what I was like. DOT. No,
I was like, DOT. I was like, that's not right.
that ain't
But
it.
okay. I was like, whatever.
that ain't it.
That
Oh man. Y'all
is
want
funny.
to watch a video?
Yeah, let's do a video.
Oh yeah, let's see a video.
All right, so I'm gonna play this one over here. This one is funny. So you always see those videos online, especially like on TikTok or Facebook, where they have like those self-defense videos and how they take a gun away from a person, and they always seem to take it away without getting shot. But this is some funny shit. I thought it was funny. Here it goes. Well, you're not fast. I guess he wasn't fast enough. He wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, he turned around mad slow though. You got to take this
Yeah.
hot one.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Lord have mercy.
That is hilarious.
Lord have
man.
mercy.
Mhm.
All right, so let's finish the conversation that we were having at the end of the show. So everybody here probably already knows that we record the show and then we stopped recording and then we move into the live show. And the conversation that we had ended on for the show was based on it was two conversations. One was based on a letter that a woman had decided that she did not want to give head to her boyfriend that she was living with her child, and he had said because she had taken that position, she was going to have to leave if she had maintained that position. So that was the first conversation. The second conversation was based on something that I saw over at 8 at the Table, where it was a young lady who said that if a man buys her a vehicle and puts her in a home or an apartment, that's hers. Like if she breaks up with him, it doesn't matter. Then she's not giving up the car, she's not giving up the home or the apartment. So I want to ask, because every time I'm all offline, everybody's like, "Oh, you should invite people up," but nobody ever wants to come up and chat with us. But I want to hear the guys and the ladies' responses to one: if a woman refuses to perform fellatio on her partner.
I think you should make it any. I think you should make it any.
Okay, yeah, okay. If a partner refuses to perform any specific, I don't want to say specific because I think fellatio and cunnilingus kind of fall into the
normal sexual
normal.
behavior.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So anything in that normal kind of, I don't even know what that means, Z, but anything that falls into that normal sexual activity, if your partner refuses to do that, and the other partner says that you have to leave, or they're willing to break up with you, is that acceptable to you?
But you have to say that they started off doing that act, whatever that act was. Let's say
true.
Yeah. If they started off in the relationship doing that act, and then they decided they don't want to do that anymore, and it's essential to your sexuality
satisfaction.
Yeah. Then how do you proceed? Do you think that he should kick her out? Do you think that, or she should just voluntarily leave, or do you think he should let her stay, even though?
And just as a caveat,
his needs aren't met.
In this specific situation, he is actually footing the bill for all of the expenses.
Exactly.
I'll see you next lifetime. I'll see you next lifetime.
Bye, Erica. I'm a man and I'm sensitive about my junk. But I find it fascinating that she thought that there was wiggle room in this conversation.
Yeah. Or he should, because she said it in her letter that it's her body, her decision.
Right.
As if her decision to not do that means that he has to live with someone who's not willing to do that.
Right.
His body doesn't have it.
She misinterpreted that whole thing. Because obviously he has the same choice as well.
My body live with my decision.
Right. Or my bank account.
Right.
Live with my decision.
Live with my decision. Bye.
Right. U-Haul will be here with the boxes in the truck in the morning.
Wait, I have one question I may have missed. Did you say they had a kid together?
No,
she has a child that lives with them. And he's been taking care of the child.
His.
It's not his child. But he's been taking care of the child as if it were his.
But you know what I had a problem.
Guy.
You know what I had
He's
a problem
nice guy.
with.
He deserves head.
Well,
he deserves
at the very least. At the very least.
The problem
he probably cooks too. He probably cooks too. He deserves head.
He definitely does.
My problem was she didn't make any consideration or speak to why he felt like he deserved it, because he felt like he wanted it, he deserved it. She just made it sound like, because there's two sides to every story.
What would he have to say?
But the thing is, he's not saying that I pay the bills so I deserve head. He's saying that's part of my sexuality. That's part of my sexual needs and desires. Has nothing to do with who's paying the bills or demands. Right.
But I didn't see any care in her statement for his needs, wants, or desires. I didn't see any care for it.
Yeah, because I think she was coming from a personal perspective, saying that I don't like it. So him wanting to impose his sexual desire on me is sort of beyond the pale. Like he think that's violating her.
Right, but I think that was more of the issue than the actual physical act. Is that she feels put upon. I think
fine.
Right. No. But you understand? It's not really the act. She's like, oh, she's giving all these reasons, but I don't like you doing it because you're telling me to do it.
Okay. I still need you to do it, so I need somebody to do it. So you need to move out so somebody who's gonna do it can move.
Call your mom, your sister, somebody.
I'm sure your sister will do it.
Right.
Oh, wow.
What's her number?
Right.
Need to text her real quick.
She got some nice lips.
Welcome to Decoding 40 After Dark.
Look,
Let's play a
happy
video.
Father.
Matt
Hey,
Furman is in the building. Matt,
happy
what would
Father's
you do?
Day.
Matt,
And he
I
cleans.
want to know what would Matt do? Would you kick the woman out, or would you let her stay? He cooks and cleans. He rapes, but he saves.
But he saves.
He probably could.
All right. Well, while they getting together, we got a video.
Yeah. So this is some hood. When the hood meets Wall Street.
You know where the bitch is at? Huh? You know where the bitch is?
Do I know what?
Where the bitch is at?
Where the bitches are at? They're everywhere.
Ah, I know that shit.
He
said-
definitely
They're freaking everywhere.
They're everywhere.
he definitely got a Wu-Tang CD in his car. He definitely-
Pointed and turned to a woman. He's like, "They're right here." That would've been hilarious.
Oh shit.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Now, see, that was a good little TikTok video. He didn't touch him. He just, asked him a question. It was his
Tyrone.
obligation. Right. He responded to it. They both kept their distance. He kind of leaned in just to make sure he
Yeah.
understood him.
Yeah.
But
What you
those
say?
are the kind of videos I'm okay with those videos.
Yeah.
I'm Tyrone.
What's
Nobody
what are
wants
the
to
videos?
answer the question, should the woman leave? Wow.
No one wants to get kicked out the chat. That's all right.
Well, shit.
It's a safe space. It's a safe space, guys. It's a safe
It's a
space.
safe space.
It's a safe space.
I was hoping somebody was gonna jump on the live.
Even my favorite troll is not even saying anything. This is very odd. He must be doing some schoolwork. Nerd.
Wow.
I don't understand how
You
somebody-
went back to 85 with that shit. Nerd.
Yeah. I don't understand somebody who hated school
No,
so much is in school more as an adult than as a child.
Got to catch up on all the stuff they wasn't paying attention to when they didn't like it.
No. He's overachieving now.
That's good. That's no wonder.
No, I'm joking with him. He's
No,
brilliant.
it's all good.
All right. So speaking for Father's Day,
Yes.
right? I got this video, right? And it's this old man, and I think this shit is funny as hell because I hope when I get to this man's age, I still have the vigor he showed for what he saw. Here goes.
When you're in the passenger seat and see some cheeks.
That, ooh-wee.
What?
You see that booty?
I did not.
Oh, man. That's,
My eyes are on the road.
okay, mine was on that booty.
Boo! Wait, you see that booty?
I love that video. I feel like
And this video
That-
proves we're more alike than we are different. You
I
know?
feel like that video is me at 88 years old.
Yeah,
that's-
exactly.
That's me at 50.
I hope you ain't looking like that motherfucker at 50 years old.
No, I'm not looking like that, but
Wait, you just see
I am
that
looking
booty?
out the window like that.
Oh my god, though. That shit
Yes,
is
the
funny.
troll is being trolled.
Man.
But somebody just said, I think it was Mac who just said we're more alike than different. I had that same thought when we were up in New Hampshire and we were at my nephew's basketball tournament. It's crazy because, and I know I like New Hampshire. It's one of those states like, you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. Live your life.
Mind your business, yeah.
Yeah, mind your business. Everybody, we're all good. The state motto is live free or die. But when you take away all the nonsense that, all the racial barriers and the institutional racism and white supremacy, this could really be an amazing country. It's just that the bullshit and the money and the meritocracy, it just fucks it all up.
The principles are good.
Yeah.
If
The theory's good.
If we lived the
Theory.
principles,
It's a good
if we
theory.
live the principles, what Leon's saying is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, and I know you guys get on me because I'm always trying to bridge these gaps. But a lot of times I'm really thinking about what could it be? What could it be if we could all just get along? If we could really what does that look like? And I try to live there in my real life. I really do try to live there.
Which is fascinating because I would think you would extrapolate that idea to the whole business conversation that we keep going back to, because it's all about changing the narrative and how we see the world, or at least how we see our country.
Sure.
So,
I think it's less about how we see our country, but how our country sees us.
No. What I'm saying is you have to have the visionaries to sort of push this new idea of what this country can be, or try to make it meet the principles that it extols.
It's funny. I'm very altruistic when it comes to the world, but my problem is my altruism does not peek over the fence at the business. My business side is two different houses. To me, the only reason but hear what I'm saying. They're two different animals, and business is not. It's not that. It mostly doesn't operate like that, even when you want it to. And to me, the only reason to get really, really like Warren Buffett rich is to give it away. What are you going to do? You can't spend all that money. What are you going to do with $46 billion? It's beyond human comprehension to have it. And
so why wait till you get to that point? Why not make change and invoke change in the process while you're still building it?
But I'm okay with giving. I'm okay with supporting, and I do that now a lot. But that's different than.
No, you're not okay with it.
No, you have
a very big problem with it because, as we're saying,
no, I don't have a problem with giving. I have a problem with turning a business into a charity. That's what I have a problem with.
That's essentially what you just said. You said that Warren Buffett makes his money and then he winds up giving it away.
That's true.
A charity. That's a charity.
No. That's philanthropy. That's different. It's okay. A charity is a business which is structured. It is a business that does not generate a profit.
Non-profit.
That's not true.
It is a business that it is a business that, trust me. It's a business that doesn't generate a profit.
No,
because it still has employees, it still has rent, it still has overhead, it still has
non-profit. It is
non-profit. It has all of those things. It still has an accountant, it still has a lawyer, it has all the structure
to make a profit. It can make a profit. A charity can make a profit.
All right.
Red Cross, UNICEF, they're profitable.
They may be profitable, but they don't take profits from it. The profits don't go back to the. Listen to what I'm saying.
They're not a publicly held company. No,
its purpose. Its purpose is not to derive a profit.
Right.
A business is. So the minute you start applying nonprofit principles to it, it's against the whole purpose of look up the definition of what a business is. It's an entity for the purpose of generating a profit. That is literally the textbook definition of it.
You were saying that we were saying erase profit from business, but that's not what we're saying. We're saying everyone should get a better share of the pie that's being created, because it's not that there's not resources or money there. It's just that is disproportionately going to the top, and the people who are the lowest can't afford basic necessities, not even needs.
Okay.
Necessities like
not wants.
Food, shelter, clothing. That's
the
all.
Business owner, but the business owner impacts that less than the social the social and legislative structure of our society. It is not the business owners.
They don't stand alone. They don't stand alone. They are not out. They are not. They don't live outside of. They don't live outside of our society. They are all. We are all part of this. We are all part of that society.
And
so what role do? Yeah, absolutely. They don't operate
to bring equity.
Okay. Do you appreciate that
responsibility is it?
Business, government, the business, government.
Okay, so when government
people all live in a certain ecosystem, so all of them are reliant upon the other.
Yes. That's
So
fair.
you can't separate business out of the ecosystem because the government relies on the business. People rely on the business. People rely on the government, and the government relies on business, and business relies on the government. All of it is incestuous because it requires the other component to work in concert with the other person. So if you say that business is X, Y, and Z, it can disassociate itself to a certain degree, but it's going to impact the other two throngs or the four prongs of the ecosystem, because labor gets affected, the environment gets affected, and government gets affected. But if government makes a move, then business gets affected, labor gets affected, and the environment might be impacted. The same thing with the workforce. If the workforce chooses not to work, the employer gets affected. Employees might, the government might need to step in. If we look at that in terms of FAA. So all of it works together. So it can't just be the government is just going to be like out here. I mean, the business is just be like, yo, I'm taking all the profits and that's it. It won't work.
Here's the problem. I get what you're saying, but here's the problem. The businesses that are making money and that are making a profit right now are not being taxed properly. The big businesses are not being taxed properly. There's not enough income and revenue coming from the top 5-10% of earners and definitely of corporations. When Amazon pays zero tax, there's a problem. Now, I'm not saying Amazon should be taxed at 40% either, because
nobody should.
They should.
I think the highest is saying 22%.
Sure,
so,
they should.
Which is less than I get taxed.
But here's the thing.
Sure,
Shout out to the Yang Gang, where he's talking about the universal basic income, even though I don't know if he's my guy for mayor, but what he is right about is universal basic income, because 30% of all driving jobs are going to be gone in 20 to 30 years. 30 to 40% of all the jobs that we know now are going to be gone due to automation. So guess what? Businesses are going to have to do what's right for businesses for the survival of the business, because a business is ostensibly in our society equivalent of a person. It has the same rights as a person. A corporation has the same right as a business, as a person. So if all these jobs are going away,
don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Like the corporation that you created is on par with the multinational corporations that operate as a person. They're not the same.
That is true.
You don't have the power or the resources to even compete on the level that they're talking about.
I don't.
So you can't put them on the same. You can't put them on the same level as if you're trying to exercise the same rights. You're not.
Right.
I wasn't even talking about your business.
I'm not talking about your business, but I'm talking about small businesses. You can start an LLC.
Yes, you can.
But you are not Apple.
No, 100%. 100%.
You are not. You're not Facebook. You're not.
But it's still not Apple's. It's still not Apple and Facebook's responsibility to pay people more just because they sit there. Not when they got Samsung on their heels.
Because you're saying because they sit there as if they're not performing.
I completely
disagree. These corporations can't. You said because they sit there.
So you're for socialism then? You're for socialism because
what you guys are saying is socialism.
No. What
let's
you're
pay everybody
saying
$70,000.
No. What you're saying is socialism because what you just said is that these big companies are not being taxed, need to be taxed. And what we're supposed to do with that money they tax? We're supposed to compensate the people who don't have enough by giving them food stamps.
Right. So it's the government that pays them. The government pays them instead of the corporation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shell game.
Yes.
And then the corporation.
Is that socialism?
And then the corporate. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Socialism?
That's exactly what it is.
So what about? So everybody makes $70,000 is not socialism?
No.
Come on. Everybody makes the same thing.
How about no one is suggesting that except you? What we said was that the people who are the lowest on the rung should be able to make a livable wage. meaning that they should be able to support themselves without a government handout.
What I said, here's the argument that I gave them, guys. Somebody who
Do you understand that?
I understand that. But
Okay.
But what's the argument that I gave? I said I don't think somebody flipping fries and a teacher should make the same salary.
I thought
Okay,
that's what I
nobody.
said.
Didn't I just explain our point? So why are you saying that as if that is our point? A teacher and a fry cook should make the same amount of money. That's what I said.
Okay, so are you saying? So are you saying?
No, what I said.
Let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question.
let me say it again. So then you don't have to ask me what I said.
I wasn't asking you what you said. I was asking you another question.
People in the back.
Well, go ahead. Say what you want to say.
The people who are the lowest on the rung in this country should be able to make a wage that is equivalent to survival. The basic necessities.
What's survival?
Food, clothing, shelter.
What's
Why
survival?
They got phones?
You should be able to. What does that cost in this country?
Depending
what does
on
that
the market
cost?
that you live in.
What does that cost?
Market, the prices are going up without it. The prices are going up without that.
$15 an hour in New York, you're not living high on the hog.
True.
You're not.
I'm in Mississippi right now. $15 an hour, you might be able to. You might be able to support a household. Maybe.
You'd be able to get a nice 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom.
Right. And then
small family.
There you go. That's basic.
Yeah.
If you saw the homeless situation in Los Angeles right now, you'd be fucking shocked.
I've seen it.
The shit.
I've seen
no,
it. I've seen it on YouTube.
No, bro.
I've seen it on YouTube, B.
Bro.
I know it's not like being there, but
no, bro. Bro. I was here in March. And from March to now, it looks like the Thunderdome. It looks like Mad Max. I was going to meet a friend of mine, and I took one of those little Lime scooters, right? And I rode the wrong way. I was supposed to go this way. I went.
Give me a wallet, bitch.
Hey, glasses.
It was just starting to get a little dark. And
man,
I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, it's like homeless encampments on both sides of the street.
On both sides.
I mean, streets. Homeless folks. This is new. This is the new normal.
Yes.
And this is America.
Yeah.
This isn't a third world country.
Yeah.
We are arguably the richest nation in the world. Yeah. Why is it not possible? Why is it not possible for people to have homes? Why are more people living on the streets now when we have more money than we've ever had in the history of the world?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the irony is?
Why are there more people on the streets?
But is that a business problem?
You know what's ironic? You know what's ironic?
It's a cultural problem because the business is part of that.
What's ironic?
Our culture says that business can do whatever they want to the least. Sorry,
go ahead, Vince.
Our culture says that our business can do whatever they want to the people who have the least resources in our society. That's what our culture says right now.
What I was gonna say is what's ironic is it costs the banks more to keep a property paying taxes and things like that over the long haul than it is to pay someone a livable wage to be able to live in that house. That's what's crazy. Like these businesses are spending all this money on real estate taxes and all this shit for empty buildings. They wind up paying more into the system than instead of if they paid a livable wage where people could afford to live, it wouldn't be that fucked up. Well, but they just they're just greedy. They don't want to give nothing up. They don't want to give a fucking dollar up.
That's probably how they don't pay taxes.
And this is what's crazy. What people tend to forget about this argument about the $15 minimum wage thing is it's not happening overnight. It's over 5 years. We're talking about going to $9.50 the first leg, followed by $10.50 to $11. Then it goes up in increments in 5 years. So we're not even talking about legislation gets signed next week. Motherfuckers getting $15 an hour.
Right.
It's gonna take time, and motherfuckers don't even want. So you're saying you can't even go to $9.50 an hour? Like, really?
And even by the time it gets to 15, that'll be
We're already already past. We're
Right.
done with that. Like, this is just they're trying to do it. They want to keep it. They want to see how far they can go and how much they can strangle the American people with police brutality, low wages, and things of that nature till it pops. And then when people start getting their heads chopped off, people who have that Maria Antoinette syndrome of let them eat cake, when they start getting, purged in the streets, it's going to be a different type of situation, because you can't continue to push the masses to a point of it's like a rat against the wall. Like, eventually they're going to fight back. And these businesses, I mean, we're talking. It doesn't seem fair that in a course since 1968 to now, since that corporate profits have gone up 858% and general wages have gone up maybe 6%. That's like disproportionately fucked up. And we gotta kind of have
there's too many people. There's too many people. There are too many resources in the hands of too few people. So there's more people.
So the policies that do with $15 an hour. The policies that you are supporting are actually being supported by millionaires who are so disconnected to what's happening with what Alaric is talking about and what's happening across this country. So these people are empowered to solve a problem that they have no idea what it means to be insolvent or to be living on the streets or to have to worry about making ends meet. Because if they were in the same positions, we would not be here, because they have the legislative power to make a difference, but they don't want to. No, I would say they don't choose to, because it is not affecting them personally.
I heard someone say that homelessness is not only because people don't have money, but because their resources are exhausted. It's like they don't have a family member they can count on, right? Their job doesn't pay them enough to be able to stand on their own. They don't have a mate. They don't have government subsidies. They can't qualify, or government subsidies are full up. They're on the waiting list and they're in the shelter. But there are people who are working full time living in shelters. That shouldn't be.
Yeah. And that's nothing.
That shouldn't happen.
And to expect them to work 60 to 80 hour weeks just so they can have enough to pay for an apartment and eat noodles is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Do you understand how ridiculous that sounds?
We don't even deal with the trauma of living in shelters and then still having to perform at work, still having to take care of children, and then pretending in some way that none of this is happening, because if you do, you might succumb to the pressure that's really on top of you.
Or it's the worker who desires to work full time, but the employer won't bring them on for full time hours because they don't want to pay they don't want to pay for the benefits, right? So you get part-time hours struggling to pay your bills.
And they're abusing you for those part-time hours. Don't get it fucked up. They are working you, right? You are lifting something or doing something that is considered menial work, but if without it being done, the ship doesn't go, right? The motor doesn't run. So what you think is menial are still essential jobs that keep the process moving for this person to be profitable. So, you have to consider those things. And automation, all that, I get all of that. But right now in 2021, we need help. There's people who need help.
So hold on.
There's
all these stories this week. Yeah, it is. But I've been watching all these stories this week about that extra $300. The government paid an extra stink little $300. And half of the business owners I know can't find people to work. They won't find people to work because they making more money sitting at home than they are at work. So all the government had to do was put a little more effort into paying these people, and they didn't go to work at all.
Mac, where does the government
for
get
$300 a week? They didn't go at all.
Where does the government get their money?
Taxes.
So it's not the government creating money or just distributing money. We pay into that system. Gives that is a safety net.
And that's what I said earlier, which I said is taxes. It's taxes. But if $300 is the difference between you going to work for minimum wage and not going to work at all, and the government was able to put their foot on the pedal, the government can make a difference and make up that difference. They can, but we have to
why
tax.
Can't business make that?
But we have to tax. We have to tax the businesses that are at the top of the food chain.
The businesses
are collecting the most resources.
More adept in not paying the taxes. That's the problem. They know how to avoid taxes. We had Donahue on the show talk about people are paid to understand how to pay the smallest amount of taxes as possible.
God bless them.
But you say God bless them, but that is the impact that's having in real time on real people.
But my point is that
that's the result.
Businesses don't even have that kind of hear what I'm saying. No business individually, I don't care how big it is, Amazon included, could have that much impact and that much shift on the entire country in the way that the government does. The businesses don't have, let me finish. The businesses don't have the resources. Right. They don't have the scale. They don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the ability to service the common man. But the government does everyone's social security number. They are the ones that should be dealing with this issue.
Because if you think about the resources of a company that is actually paying for legislators to enact the laws that make it easier to conduct business, the business at the end of the day is really in control or has the ability to control more than you're suggesting.
Walmart, you know what's funny?
Isn't this why we have to have government to say this is the standard, this is the baseline?
I'm sorry, I thought you was going to say, and this is why we stopped the show at 12 o'clock? I'm sorry.
No. Isn't this why we asked our government to have this to be the whatever the baseline is for survival in this country?
Yeah.
Isn't this why we say this is the baseline? Because if we leave it to business, the business wants to extract all profit, and it doesn't care about people, right?
Yes, because it's a machine. Yes.
But the machine is run by people.
Okay.
Some of them don't care about other people. If you are in that group, I'm not in that group. I care about people. I want to see something different.
The problem is that things change over time, right? So there used to be a time where you paid a livable wage for your workers, and people, the man can work or whatever. The man could work. It was the social dynamic at the time. The man could work. The woman could stay home. The man could buy a house on his one salary because everything worked in conjunction. Then what happened was all these companies started, changing legislation, like Elle said. Also, then taking profits, buying back stock, and manipulating the whole market, and then paying less wages, and then creating these mega profits, but not letting the wages, rise with these phenomenal profits. So now these companies have all this money and all this power, and they've got the congressmen and the senators in their pocket to vote. And vote on tax bills to give them more money and more money and more money and more fucking power. And it's time to cut the head off the fucking snake. It's enough. And that's where we've reached as a society. It's gotta change. The alternative is anarchy and revolution.
The alternative is, and you will see that, mark my words, the alternative is in our lifetime, in either this on the state, on maybe not New York State, but on the state, maybe the federal level, there will be a universal basic income. There will be a universal basic income because there's going to be more people than there are jobs.
And
so what you guys are saying, and who's
going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for it?
There's going to be more people than there are jobs.
Who's going to pay for it?
It's going to have to come from the companies. But see, here's my problem.
So if it's going to come from the companies, why can't it just come from the companies?
Why can't you just give people a livable wage? They can work for the money.
Why does the government have to force that?
Because if you don't pass it through the government, you guys remember, and I got to look up the names of the movies, but you guys remember, like in the 80s and 90s, there were movies where like even I think Total Recall, companies had taken over the government. That's what you guys are. That's what we have now. This is a slippery slope. Yeah, but there was no. But there was. But there, at least now there's some government.
Why there's no livable wage. Oh wait.
Hold on. At least
there's no livable wage because the companies control the government now.
But they can't go pollute the rivers and pollute the air.
What do you mean?
And freely. At least there's an EPA.
4 years of Oh my God, I gotta go. We have 4 years of deregulation under the Trump administration. That suggested that all this talk about pollution.
Do we have that now?
No,
because the government.
Let me finish my point. This current administration would have to overturn any of the executive orders that the Trump administration did. But there was a lot of deregulation that happened under the last 4 years.
There was, but if there was no government, the pendulum wouldn't swing back to the left. And Biden did do that, and he stopped the pipeline. He stopped the pipeline, and he did do that.
But it's not just a pipeline.
But he did reverse I know he reversed a lot. Now my point being is aside of all of that, if you go back to these movies, these companies controlled everything. There is no government at all.
That's what we just said.
So, but we're kind of at right now.
We do have a functioning structure and a functioning government. Otherwise, it would be anarchy.
The government is being pimped by these companies.
That is true, but there is still some balance in that voting box. There is still some balance in that voting box.
No, there isn't.
Without that voting box,
that's why they're trying to deregulate voting right now, because the masters don't want you to vote anymore. If you think
the salaries are low now, wait till we live in a completely fascist state where there's no government. Then you'll actually see what a low wage is. You'll have prisoner wages 36 cents a day.
That's what we have now. What are you talking about?
I'm saying everybody would be making that because the companies would control everything.
Oh.
All right.
And how are they going to control? What are they?
I'm gonna find the best movies.
Robots.
Where the country we should watch them.
But the thing is, are the companies robots? Are there people in these companies?
There's people.
And what I'm saying is that people can be pushed to a certain limit.
We're talking about fantasies, movies, hypotheticals, and not what's actually happening today. It makes no sense to talk about this.
Nigga on Fox News me.
All right, we got to get out of here. I got a question for everybody who's here. Not even a question, but this Friday is our 100th episode. Next week, we're thinking about doing an extended, maybe 2-hour live on Monday. Would you guys join us at what time were we thinking?
Well, it'll be 10 to 12, or
10 to 12,
or 9 to 11.
9 to 11.
Yeah, let's do 9 to 11.
I like
9 to 11. 9 to 11. That works for you guys?
Yeah. Put
a 1 in the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else we need to wrap up?
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless.
No more videos? All right. No more videos.
You want to end on a video?
Yeah, we got a video. Let's close them out.
Video. Okay.
This is a trigger warning. Take out the lube because your ears are about to get fucked.
Midgets have always been popular entertainers, but were often regarded with disgust and revulsion in society. In the early 19th century, however, midgets were romanticized by middle class and regarded with the same affectionate condescension extended to children as creatures of innocence. All of this continued through the release of The Wizard of Oz.
Hey, Dorothy, we gotta go fuck Dorothy.
But towards the end of the 20th century,
I may be small, but my dick is big.
The word became considered by some as a pejorative term.
Fuck you or the dog, it doesn't matter.
When referencing people with dwarfism.
La 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 la. Hey, Dorothy, You wearing any panties? I'll give you some of this midget dick.
Yo, why are you like this, man? What is wrong with you?
There's no place like home.
You ain't going nowhere. Me and the bitches gonna run a train on you.
This show has absolutely
You know what's funny?
shot the chart.
We locked in. This is Decoding 40.
And if you don't know, now you know.
And that. And
Little
that has
people
been
coming
another.
for you.
And that has been another.
There. Come and speak to that motherfucker.
That has been another.
Hello? Hello? Yeah. Put that motherfucker on the phone. I'll fuck you up. You come out your house again. I'll fuck you up.
Night,
well,
guys.
if you were considering being a sponsor, we thank you for listening too. I appreciate you. All right, guys.
Hey guys,
We'll
speaking of which, go patronize our sponsors. We have Adam and Eve, who will give you all types of discounts and free stuff.
DC40.
And then Minibar. If you haven't tried Minibar, they will give you $10 off your first order. And I'm not telling you to do this, but you could change up your email and keep getting that $10 off.
Yeah.
You haven't heard that from me though, but
So you have 75 open email accounts. Is there a reason why there's so many email accounts?
All going to the same address. It's
Exactly.
4B. 4B.
that's $750 off your drinking.
All right, y'all. So everybody have a great night. Thank y'all for coming out.
No doubt. Love you guys.
Hey, God bless.
Everybody who I talk to on a regular on this chat, I will talk to you soon.
Peace.
If I don't talk to you, peace.
Peace.
If I don't, I'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.